Welcome back, everyone, here to Brax Talks. Today, got a very special video for you guys. We are going to be talking about what is next for the New York Yankees. Obviously, they made a massive, super amazing deal, locking up Aaron Judge for 9 years, $360 million. Me and Christian were going crazy. We were so happy. The whole fan base seems to be happy, seems to be super excited, and so are we. But we expect the Yankees to make more moves, and we're going to be talking about that. So, Christian, what do you think is next for the New York Yankees?
What I think is next is Carlos Rodon. And there's other moves that we're going to talk about later. But I think right now, the Yankees' main goal is to sign Carlos Rodon. A lot of people on Twitter right now, Instagram, they're kind of obsessing over the fact that the Yankees could have one of the best rotations of all time in Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, Nestor Cortez, Luis Severino, Frankie Montas. If Frankie Montas figures it out, then it's absurd. If he doesn't and he's still slumping, whatever, you can always go to Herman or Clark Schmidt or whatever. So
Yeah.
it would be a ridiculous rotation. And I believe the Yankees are one of the favorites, if not the favorite, for Carlos Rodon, correct?
Yeah. Jack Curry said that the Yankees are very serious contenders and are very interested in Carlos Rodon. That's a lot of what I'm hearing. I heard a source today. I forget the guy's name. I do apologize. I think his name was Dan something. I really do apologize. Um, but he said that the Yankees have talked with Rodon or have talked about. I think it was like a 4 year 120 or 5 year 120, something like that. But and there was also reports the other day that there's mutual interest between Rodon and the Yankees. And I've seen a lot of Yankee fans reach out, myself included, trying to get Rodon over here. And listen, Christian hit the nail right on the head. I mean, Carlos Rodon would be an amazing fit for the Yankees. I know the Yankees people in the front office really, really like Carlos Rodon as a pitcher. And we know how, him being a lefty that plays well in Yankee Stadium, and it would really balance out the rotation as you got Nestor Cortez in there as well. And all four of the pitchers in your rotation have made the All-Star game. I'm not sure if Frankie Montas has, but
Yes, yes.
he has.
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check. I believe so.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least four All Stars. Christian's checking that now, but I mean, it would be a really, really good rotation. I think that's why the Yankees are making such a strong push. And I would absolutely love Carlos Rodon to be a
Not
Yankee.
not an all-star, but he was sixth in Cy Young voting. If you want to hear more about Carlos Rodon, we did a whole video on him. You can check that out. Some other areas of interest. John Heyman tweeted, you know, trust John Heyman as much as you want right now. But he said the Yankees remain in on Carlos Rodon, and other areas of interest are Andrew Benintendi or other left field options, and then the bullpen. Now I'll wait to talk about Benintendi because it's sort of an interesting case. Another left field option could be Masataka Yoshida. I've heard mixed opinions on him. I'm starting to hear that his defense is really not great, so you could be taking a bit of a gamble, especially if his bat isn't that good. So again, mixed opinions. He's also lefty and great contact bat, so there's pros and cons. The bullpen, you still have Andrew Chafin out there, Chafin, if you want to get a lefty. So there's definitely other areas, but how about Andrew Benintendi? Because I've heard maybe he doesn't want to re-sign with the Yankees and he doesn't like the New York environment. But I mean,
Well, no, I mean, no, not really. There's been some stuff that he's not like a city kind of guy. I know that he did like his time there with the Yankees. There's been some reports he's not like a huge city kind of guy. But Brian Cashman has said that they really want to bring back Andrew Benintendi. I mean, literally since the season ended, there was reports the Yankees want to bring back Benintendi, and why not? I mean, who doesn't want to bring back Andrew Benintendi? He fits so many of the Yankees' needs, and the Yankees know that. And I think a Benintendi deal could very well happen because I think that the Yankees really, really do want to bring him back. And I feel like they can make it work. He did play in Boston, which is a big city. He was there for a while, but I feel like they can make it work. If not, Yoshida's out there, but they're definitely going to get a left fielder, and I definitely expect it to be Andrew Benintendi, and I would be kind of surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, it makes sense for the Yankees. Of course, it's a matter if Benintendi wants to play for the Yankees. That's
And
all.
I think he does. I mean, I've heard he's not like a huge city guy, but I think he likes the team. I think he likes being a Yankee. So I think they can make it work.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's not necessarily about the most money, as we saw with the Judge, potentially getting $400 million offer from the Padres. So another name I've heard is Michael Conforto. Now, this would be low risk, high reward. You're not going to be throwing this guy a bunch of money because he didn't play at all last year.
Don't
So
see it.
he's a lefty bat. He was previously on the Mets. He had some pretty good seasons. That's why he's like an interesting case. People just don't know what to expect. But if the Yankees add Michael Conforto, I really hope they're gonna go after another bat because Michael.
I mean, I don't see it. I see it more of them just doing their due diligence. I mean, there's there's better options out there at this current point in time. I don't see him doing it. I think now that the Yankees re-signed Judge, I think Nimmo is kind of a long shot, and I really just see him coming down to it being Andrew Benintendi or Masataka. But at this point right now, I'm pretty confident that the Yankees and Andrew Benintendi can get a deal done because the Yankees know how valuable Andrew Benintendi is to their lineup.
Yeah, and I think Matt Carpenter's an interesting one. We don't have to spend too much time on it.
Yeah,
they either
we'll
want
see
him
what
back or
happens.
not. It's going to be a minor move. And the last really name that's been thrown out there is Brian Reynolds, which could be a very real possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. The Yankees have expressed interest like every year for a while now, trying to acquire Brian Reynolds. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We don't know if the Pirates really even want to trade him. There's reports saying that they doesn't change where their
Yeah.
stance is on that. So we'll see. We'll see. But I also think that the Yankees are going to make some moves with their bullpen. I don't think they're done with their bullpen. I think Andrew Chafin is a real possibility. I am a huge fan of him, as you know. He would probably be like in my top three free agents we need to get right now, like Rodon, Benintendi, and Chafin. But I really think that we'll go after another bullpen arm.